Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan and I'm the owner of a small business called Fauna Rose, and I am interrupting the normal weekly studio vlogs with a really exciting fun bonus video. I cannot wait to get started on this. It is going to be a little bit different from the normal studio vlogs today, but I couldn't not share all of this with you guys, so hopefully you won't mind me jumping in with this. But don't worry, we will go back in time again and continue with the normal vlogs in the next video. But just in case you are new here, I mostly make and sell scrunchies and macrame, but I do a range of handmade accessories and I film the whole behind the scenes process and pop it all on YouTube for you all to see. But in this video, I'm kind of taking a weekend off from my small business, but the things that we're going to be doing in the video is going to be to benefit me and my small business. So I'm very excited to take you guys along with me on the journey of doing a little bit of a room makeover. But we're not going to be working in the studio this time. We're going to be working in my living room because we are going to be creating a cozy crafting corner in my living room. It is hopefully going to be a perfect space for me to just chill out, but also work on the business, but be present with Alex and spend time with him. I could chill out in front of the telly, curl up with the cats and be all cozy and have a little cuddle space, but it be a dedicated part of the living room. So I'm not just taking over every bit of space, because I tend to then bring stuff down from the studio and it ends up everywhere. Stuff goes missing and I lose stuff. So this way, this specific space, I'm hoping is going to be super cozy and dedicated to me and my small business. So the aim is to use a mix of old and new pieces. I'm a huge fan of thrifting things, upcycling things and creating as little waste as possible, but we're also going to be incorporating some new pieces as well, which I cannot wait to show you the main feature piece that is going to be in this space. So hopefully you will enjoy following me along on this little journey, and fingers crossed it is going to be a really exciting, cozy, fun space for me. So let's sit down and have a chat about what the plan is for the space. So my goal for this video is to create a little corner, like I mentioned, in our living room. And for those of you who are new here, I run my small business from my home. It is the first home that my other half, Alex, and I have bought, and it is a little bit of a project house, but we do really want to start putting our stamp on this home because we've been here for a couple of years and it has needed quite a bit of work. But a short while ago I was back home visiting my family, and while I was away Alex surprised me and he did start decorating and painting the living room, which wouldn't usually be that much of a task, but considering it's a very small house, we've got a lot of stuff. Like I said, we're running a business out of this house. We can't just take everything out of each room and put it in another room because all the other rooms are kind of full. We've got tools everywhere. Our garage is currently our kitchen, so most decorating and painting and things like that are quite awkward because we're having to move everything just around the room as we go. So the plan is to have two black alcove situations going on. So we're going to paint it so it looks like a built-in shelf sort of unit, and then at the top it's going to be trim and there's going to be a little bit of white at the top, and then the rest of the room is in this sort of taupey greigey colour. And even though my studio, my office space for Fauna Rose is very light and very colourful and very bright, there's lots of pops of colour and stuff, it is very juxtaposed to mine and Alex's taste for when it comes to our home. We love dark, moody spaces. Lots of black, lots of greenery, really gothic, dark, witchy cottagecore vibes, which I know isn't everyone's cup of tea, but we absolutely adore that. So that is the vibe that we are going to be going for in our living room. But in this little corner specifically, we are hoping to have a corner unit that we have had for a very long time, just to showcase off some of the decor pieces that we have. We also have this little chest of drawers, this unit that we have been carting about here, there and everywhere between the different moves, and even though it's kind of disgusting, it's a solid piece of furniture and it's now coming in handy. So I'm hopefully going to be upcycling this and it be a little storage unit for all of my craft supplies when I'm working in the living room, just so it's not all over the place and I'm not losing stuff. It's all in this one designated unit. And then I would also like to have a really comfy, cozy statement chair in the middle where I can obviously sit and work, but it needs to be comfy because I struggle with sitting in the same position for a long period of time because my body gets very sore very quickly. So that is what we are aiming to do in this video. So this is the space in question after it's been painted, and the carpet and flooring situation is unfortunately going to have to wait. We need to save up a few more pennies before we can tackle that, but for now it is this disgusting grey carpet that came with the house, and we cannot wait to change this up. But we've been umming and ahhing on what flooring situation we are going to do. So just for now we are covering it up with our beautiful rug, and we will worry about that in the future. But I really love the colour of the walls that we went with. I think it's knotted pine or knotted twine or something like that. I will leave the information about that on the screen. Alex did an amazing job at painting it and surprising me at the weekend, and he did actually get a few clips of me coming in and reacting to it. And I am really considering sort of revamping my old channel and turning that into a separate channel for Alex and I, and more like personal things like the house and projects and stuff. So that's, let me know if you're interested and want to see that. I was so excited to see the magnolia gone. So we've got a nice fresh canvas ready to work with, and I'm super excited to get on it with this little project. So the first part of this cozy corner makeover is the chair that we are going to be putting in this space, and I am so excited to share it with you guys. I'm gonna pop in a little clip here of when it arrives. I am rushing to get ready because I got a phone call mid-shower from a gent saying that he was outside my house and he had a delivery for me, and it was 2 big boxes. So I'm so excited. I had to refrain from literally flying out the shower, conditioner everywhere, soaking wet, and running downstairs to see this parcel, but they've kind of left it where I asked them to, and I am trying my best to quickly get ready, but my hair's still wet because I'm going to go down and see the boxes because I am so excited to show you guys what is going to be inside it. So this is the space in question. Eventually the carpet is going to get changed up. You guys will have to let me know what you think we should swap it up for. Do we go with carpet again, or do we go with hardwood floor? But for now we've just hidden the ugly carpet with our really cute rug. This was thrifted. It was £20 off Facebook Marketplace. The couple we got it from hadn't used it at all really. They rolled it out into a room that they never used and then decided it wasn't for them. So an absolute steal if you ask me. So the walls in this light are looking kind of lilac-y, but it's like a greysy colour, but that's the difference between the magnolia and the colour that we've gone with. So this is the space. Koshka and Beba are absolutely loving it. So the plan is to put a lovely chair here, a corner unit here, and maybe a little chest of drawers here for a little cozy craft space. So as you would have seen, I received a wonderful package from FlexiSpot, and I cannot thank FlexiSpot enough for reaching out and asking if they could send me one of their recliners to test out, because guys, this chair has blown my mind. So this is a swivel and rocker recliner from their Lotus collection, and it is incredible. I've got the manual XC6 one, and it does come in a range of colours. I'm going to give you a second, pause the video and have a quick guess as to which colour we went with. If you guessed the orange brown colour, then you guessed correctly, but I was so excited to get this out of the box, get it built, and see it in this space. So Alex and I finally had a free day to get it out of the box. So here we are putting it all together. It was super easy to assemble. It was so exciting because I didn't have to wait long whatsoever to get it all together and to actually sit on it, and I am so happy with this chair. It is incredible. The colour is absolutely beautiful, and it's added that bit of warmth into the space that we really wanted. So don't forget to have a nosy down in the description and check out all the links for FlexiSpot. I'd highly recommend having a look at the different colours that they have. A massive thank you to FlexiSpot for sending this over. I cannot wait to spend my evenings and so many other parts of the day just curled up super cozy on this beautiful recliner. Oh, it's nice.
Hi.
It's so fun. Oh, that's nice.
Nice. That's it.
And it rocks so I can get up easily. It's so cool.
I'm going to spend so much time in this. It's going to be
Yeah, I know. Is it nice? Oh, where's the pocket? I've not seen the pocket yet. Ooh.
It's a remote pocket.
Where is the remote?
Not in the remote pocket.
We'll put it in there so we don't lose it. Oh, it's here. Nice. Get out, Banshee.
Nope.
That's so cool. But the next thing I need to do is give that little unit a makeover that I was talking about. So here is the unit in question. It's a little wooden unit with 3 drawers in it. The only downside is the bottom drawer, because it's pretty much touching the floor, is really awkward to open. So I want to lift this up and put wheels on it so it's easy to move around, and lifting it up and adding that height will make that bottom drawer easier to get in and out of. I want to add handles, I want to paint it black, and that's probably going to be it for now. I can always add some more details in the future if I want. So we're going to give this a little makeover first. So it is a little bit crusty, and when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. As you can see, there's a lot of stains, a lot of things that have been spilt on this. There is paint chips and just marks all over this thing, so I might give it a very quick sand, because even though I don't think it's had much of a finish done to it in the past, there is a minor smoothness to it. So I think I'm just going to sand off a bunch of the imperfections and that top layer of grime before I do add any paint or anything to it. But first we're going to add the wheels. Was drying well in the sun. It wasn't taking long to dry in between coats whatsoever. I think it being black and it being a really sunny day was really helping, but it took 2 coats of paint. But I am just waiting on some hardware to arrive, so I picked up these handles. I did get them off eBay. They were super affordable. They came in 2 sizes. I went with the bigger size and I picked up 3, 1 for each of the drawers. But annoyingly enough, they haven't arrived yet. They should have arrived a while ago, but they still haven't come. But fingers crossed they do arrive so I can actually show you guys them on the drawers in the finished space. Safe to say, we both love this. It is so comfy. It was so easy to assemble, as you would have seen. I just sort of sat back and let Alex assemble it and just held things into place, and it took barely any time whatsoever, but it is so comfy. And the fact that it rocks, it spins, it's got a little storage area in it, so we can finally know where the remote is, because I'm notorious for losing it. I could keep a little notebook in here, maybe even my laptop. The fact that I can sit cross-legged in this and not be in pain is insane, because it's been a long time since I've been able to actually sit cross-legged without being so uncomfortable. It's a really nice size, but it's also not too big because we have a very small house. We don't have much room, so the fact that it is a really nice big armchair to sit in, but it's not absolutely huge that it takes up so much room, is amazing. So we just need to add final touches really now. So I've got my drawers here which still need finishing off. The handles should have already arrived, but they obviously haven't, so it's almost finished. I've got a nice space here so I can put my cup of coffee or my cup of tea, and then we've got the shelves behind me so I can put a bunch of books or decor and stuff on it. And then I've got a load of really nice prints coming in, because as much as I would love this whole room to be like dark and black, it's quite a dark space anyway, hence why we went with a lighter colour on the walls and the black in the alcoves instead. So this area is going to be surrounded by really cool, probably a lot of dark floral art prints, as well as maybe some antique style pieces, which I'm really excited about. So as you can tell, it's very juxtaposed to the Fauna Rose studio space, but it is absolutely perfect for Alex and I, so I'm obsessed. And this colour is beautiful. This is the orangey brownie one, I believe, but they do a range of different colours. It's so soft. I'm kind of tempted to just sit here and do some work for the rest of the day, but no, Alex and I are going to go on a little date day. We're going to go out, pop to a few hardware stores because there's a few different bits that we do need to pick up. So I will take you guys along with us so you can join us on our little date day. So thank you so much FlexiSpot for sending this over, guys. I can't recommend this enough if you're after a beautiful comfy armchair. I'm so excited to honestly sit and edit here. I can't believe how comfy I am. I can't believe I can still feel my legs. It is amazing. Oh, it's just so fun. Sorry if I make you feel like motion sickness watching me rock, but and it's so easy to just be able to turn myself around. Honestly, I have been missing out. So guys, I will leave all the information for this down below because it's amazing. It's so comfy. So thank you so much, FlexiSpot. I am very, very grateful. This is where I'm going to be spending a lot of time making scrunchies, elasticating them, editing, curling up with the cats. I'm going to be fighting Alex over this. I know I am. Oh, let's go on an adventure then. Sniffing. So as you can see, I have already been demoted to the floor because Cleo has currently claimed this. I spent quite some time this afternoon pulling out a bunch of our decor that we have collected over the years, and it's been wrapped up, safe and waiting since we moved and bought this house a couple of years ago. So it's really nice to see all these pieces again. They're quite a specific taste, so sorry if it's not your taste, it's definitely not for everyone. But I've been pulling out some of the darker pieces because we're thinking of putting some of the more lighter artwork, so ones that are white background or neutral backgrounds, on the darker walls to make them stand out more, and vice versa. With the more neutrally walls, we're going to put some of our darker pieces. So there is a lot to choose from. There are so many different things here, but I found a black vase, and I am finally, after years of keeping them in the box, gonna unbox some dried florals because I think they're gonna go on the top of this shelf behind me, but there is a bar kind of in the way, so I might put some books underneath it to lift it up. But I love these so much. Don't know how well you're going to be able to see them. I might have to style them because, like I said, they've been in this box for the longest time. But the handles still haven't come for the cabinet, but as you would have just seen, I've got the lamp working because that lamp was also a thrifted lamp for only a couple of pounds, and we put the black lampshade on it, and then Alex tried to plug it in. Even though it'd been pat tested, it blew. Turns out the fuse blew, so we swapped out the bulb and put in a new fuse, so it's currently working, which is great because it's the right sort of vibe. But we've got a bunch of thrifted pieces like this one. We've got a bunch of pieces that I made or drew. We've got this death moth one that I made out of cross stitch. We've got a lot of pieces from Savannah, so Savannah Woodcuts. She's also an incredible tattoo artist. She's done one of my tattoos. I was a promoter for her a while ago, so I've got quite a lot of her pieces, but we've also bought stuff. We've had custom pieces made, so these are some of my prize possessions. So I think the witchy one is going to go elsewhere in the home, but potentially the butterfly one is going to go on this gallery wall in here. I've got this big candle stand thing which I might put on the shelf behind me. There's so many different incredible pieces. This is also a Savannah Woodcuts piece. Church architecture from Black and Teeth, that could go on the wall. Little church arch windows, a bunch of floral pieces. Got these two beauties to choose from. I think, as much as I adore this, I don't think this is kind of the right vibe because this is quite a cutesy print. I love this so much, so this will probably go elsewhere in the home. A bunch of random mandalas I did from years ago. We've got so many cool pieces, but I am going to narrow it down over time, and I do have new prints coming in as well for this room. So for now I am just going to pop a few little bits up on the shelf, have a little play around and see what I think. So we've got loads of like trinket pieces and like decor pieces as well that could go up in there, but I just want this space to be super cozy. Have mine and Alex's stamp on it, so a bit more dark and moody than what you guys are used to seeing, and then I can spend countless hours on this chair either chilling and working on the small business or working on the small business. So I am really excited to see it starting to like come together and become more homely and stuff, and the cats are absolutely loving it. Let's pop some pieces on this shelf behind me. Morning loves, so it's currently Sunday and I'm having a nice slow chilled day so far, which is great. It's not often I actually take days off, so it's quite nice to have a chilled morning. So I think I'm gonna have a cozy day of making some macrame coasters, because I realised last night when I put my coffee down on my new little side table thing, it wasn't sticking, but I could kind of feel like it was sticking. And then that beautiful hand painted gold trinket plate that I've got, that's actually glass underneath, it's a mirror. I don't want to be putting really hot mugs on that, so I'm going to make some coasters that I've wanted to make for quite a while. It's just using a square knot, which is a type of macrame knot. It's one of the main knots I use, and I'm going to do it in the colours of the living room, but I'm kind of torn on what colours to use. So my original plan was to use black, my paprika colour, which is a very similar colour to the chair, and like the orangey reddy hues that's going to be going in the living room, a green of some sort, and then maybe a neutral. But now I'm thinking the neutral probably will just get ruined. I'll be spilling coffee and tea all over that, so I thought maybe I could do like a greyish one, but again it's still quite a light colour. The sage is quite a light colour, so now I'm not really sure what colours to do. Black would be like an obvious choice, but they are then going to go on the coffee tables that are going to be black. I don't know if that's going to blend in too much, I'm not really sure, but I know I'm definitely going to use olive and paprika, so I might start with those two colours. Might even treat myself to popping on the telly and just chilling out watching TV on a weekend where I have a weekend off, which is so weird for me because usually if I have a day off, which basically means I don't necessarily have any plans, I spend that entire day on the business, which I absolutely love doing, but it's not very often I will sit down and relax. The weather is absolutely glorious outside. It's days like this where I kind of wish that I had a little outdoor studio or a little nice outdoor space that I could go and work in. That's just me getting ahead of myself, first world problems, I know. So I think I am going to maybe pop on some studio vlogs or something, just watch the telly, get all cozy on my new little chair and make something just for the fun of it. It is something I may consider making for the shop in the future. I'm not really sure, you guys will have to let me know what you think. But in terms of the little makeover, there isn't a great deal more that I can do until certain things arrive. I have a beautiful jigsaw that I did. This is how I know I'm old. Honestly, I would take a cup of coffee at home with a jigsaw any day over going out and socializing. But it's this beautiful dark plant jigsaw. It's incredible. I'll leave a photo on the screen. It took me so long. It was really hard to do, I'm not gonna lie, because the colours are just black and green, and Alex and I have taped the back of it and it's still in my little jigsaw book carry case thing because I want to frame this because I love the final outcome so much. So I've been looking into custom frames and they are not exactly affordable, but because of the size it's going to be really hard to find a frame for this. But I'd love it to be in like a vintage gold frame on that back wall behind me. I've got new art prints coming. The handles that I bought that are going to go on that little side table drawer situation thing that I made still aren't arriving apparently for a while, which is weird because the latest they should have arrived was Friday. So I can't really finish the space off currently, but it's fine because it's still usable and it still looks really cute. I'm so happy with that space so far. It's just nice to have a separate space that's in the living room that's really cozy where I can still curl up and work and stuff, so that's great. So let me grab some macrame and let's make some coasters. I can't believe how long that has just taken me, but it is really cute to be fair. It took me about 3 hours to make this. Thank God for a day off to focus on a mindless task like this. I knew it was going to take me a short while because square knots do usually take me a long time, and that was a long bit of cord to get through, but I didn't think it'd take quite that long. So if I was to just sort of pay myself a minimum wage, hourly wage for just making these would have to be like £36, something like that, plus the cost of materials. So just to cover the time and the materials, that one little tiny coaster would be £40, and obviously no one's going to pay for that. So I don't know if these are going to end up making an appearance in my shop, but it is very, very cute, to be fair. Definitely a labour of love. So I'm probably not going to make another one today because that's going to be another 3 hours of my day, but still super fun. At least I've got one here now to go on my little side table. I have finished my coffee, but just to sort of show you, cute. It's the perfect size for that mug actually. So I probably still will make other colours just so we can have them in the living room, but just not today. So cute. Another little fun project, another little fun addition to this little cozy space. Very slowly coming together, which is really exciting. I'm perched on the edge of the chair because Cleo is currently here in a mountain of blankets having the best time. She's obsessed with this chair, but this is just ragged, and I'm pretty sure this could be hopefully some of the art prints that I have chosen to go on this wall behind me. So I will leave the link down below for the small business that I picked these up from, but they've just written a thank you with a little heart on the back. I picked up an A4 print and then two A5, A6, I can't remember now, 2 small prints from this small business. Oh, they seem to have sent me another one. Oh no, it's beautiful. I'll have to message them and just say there was an extra one in here that I didn't buy because I don't want them being out of pocket, but I really want to keep it because it's really pretty. So hopefully there's a way that I can pay them for this because I want to keep it. But if not, I can always send it back. But this is the one that I didn't order, but it's beautiful. As you can probably tell from my phone case, I love dark floral imagery and artwork, vintage oil paintings and things like that. I love it. But this is the one I didn't order, but it is gorgeous. They've got some beautiful flowers in a vase with a dark background. This is the one that I did order, and I did not realise that this actually has a butterfly and some snails on it, which I am obsessed with. But it's got a beautiful peony. I've got a big peony tattoo piece along my arm, and it's got poppies in it, which is beautiful, and it's like an orange and red pop of colour in it. But how beautiful is this? I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it's got this sort of crackled paint effect all over it. So I love how this is going to tie in with the colour of the chair. I think this needs a beautiful ornate distressed gold frame. I think that would look so pretty. I'm so excited to see all this come together. And then we've got 2 of the smaller art prints. This one I picked up because this sort of lily is one of my mum's favourite flowers. Well, it is my mum's favourite flower, so I couldn't leave this one behind. And then we've also got this beautiful floral print. So I'm so excited to get all these in some little frames and get them on the wall and just have a really pretty vintage gothic gallery wall going on around me. I do have one more print that is due to come in, and this is the print. I did get this in a bigger size as well. I can't remember what size I went with. Was it A4? Maybe bigger? No, maybe smaller. I could not pass this up. Alex and I are obsessed with like little ghosts and stuff, so the fact that this was a dark spooky print with a little ghost on it, but with also that reddy orange pop of colour again in the flowers, it was perfect. So I will leave that small business down below as well. They were all from Etsy. But if you guys do have any recommendations for any other artists or anyone that creates this sort of dark cottagecore, academia, vintage, antique sort of stuff, so whether that be trinkets, wall decor, art prints, anything like that, please leave them down below. I cannot wait to get that gallery wall started. The handles finally arrived, so let's get these on the unit and see how it looks. So that is actually everything for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed coming along with me on that little journey of creating my cozy, comfy corner crafting space. Obviously we've got to finish the gallery wall and start putting some pieces up, but I do have a few final thoughts. So I definitely think we need to paint the skirting boards because they're so gross, and now that the walls are a lovely colour, they do really stick out. So I know if we do change the flooring up, they're going to stick out even more. They're a really gross yellowed white colour, so I think we are going to paint those black eventually. And like I just mentioned, the flooring, we need to do the floor and we need to decide what we want to do with it, but that's going to be a little way off yet. Originally we would have just gone with carpet, but after looking at all these different inspo photos and now that the space is starting to come together, we are going to be adding some nice dark stained wood unit tops in the alcove. I think a nice dark oak wooden flooring would look so nice. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think. Would you carpet it or would you go with wooden flooring? I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions about it. But I am going to leave this this video here. So thank you so much for joining me on this little bonus video and for allowing me to create some content that is a little bit different from usual, but it is definitely a space that I am going to benefit from and the business is going to benefit from. And a huge thank you again to FlexiSpot for sending me over this chair and working with me on this video. I am so grateful. I'll leave all their information down below. Definitely check out their website and have a nosy and maybe go and treat yourself to one of these because you will not regret it. But if you could give it a massive thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, let me know which flooring I should go with, let me know what you think of the space, and if you haven't already subscribed, please consider hitting that big red subscribe button. Have a nosy down below, all the links to the website, social media, everything for Fauna Rose. But apart from that, thanks for all your support, thank you for watching. I will catch you in my next one. Bye!